Kò ní níbi gbogbo tí ẹ bá ti ń gbọ́ mi. Kí ni àkọlé iṣẹ́ tí a fẹ́ gbé yẹ̀wò lónìí? Àkọlé iṣẹ́ wa fún ti òní ni a mọ̀ sí gbólóhùn. Kí ni a wá ń pè ní gbólóhùn? Gbólóhùn ni ọ̀rọ̀ tàbí àkójọpọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ tí ó ní ìtumọ̀ kíkún tí ó sì ní iṣẹ́ tí ó ń jẹ́. A sì lè pè é ní afọ̀ tàbí ìpèdè tí ó ní ìtumọ̀ kíkún tí ó sì ní iṣẹ́ tí ó ń jẹ́. That is, a sentence is a group of words that expresses a complete thought. When you say something is a sentence, it must have what we call ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe, which is known as verb. Tá bá ti lè sọ pé gbólóhùn ni, ó gbọ́dọ̀ ní ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe, ó sì gbọ́dọ̀ ní iṣẹ́ tí ó ń jẹ́. Bí àpẹẹrẹ jókòó, it's a sentence in Yorùbá. Mo ka ìwé, I read a book, it's a sentence. Ṣé o ti jẹ́ is another example of what? Gbólóhùn. Let's go further as we look at ìsọ̀rí tàbí ẹ̀yà gbólóhùn, that is ways through which we can group Yorùbá sentences. We can group them into gbólóhùn gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìhun, sentence according to their structure, and as well as sentence according to their function. Èyí tí a ń pè ní gbólóhùn gẹ́gẹ́ bí iṣẹ́ wọn. Kí ni a mọ̀ sí gbólóhùn gẹ́gẹ́ bí iṣẹ́ wọn tàbí gbólóhùn gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìhun wọn? Gbólóhùn gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìhun wọn are those sentences that we look at the structure. What are those things we put in together to form the sentence? Àwọn oríṣi gbólóhùn gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìhun wọn ni: 1. Gbólóhùn àbọ̀dé. 2. Gbólóhùn alákọ̀pọ̀. 3. Gbólóhùn oníbọ̀. Tàbí a lè ní gbólóhùn ọlọ́pọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe. When we are looking at gbólóhùn gẹ́gẹ́ bí iṣẹ́ wọn, that is what we are grouping them according to the function that they perform in a sentence. An example of such sentences are gbólóhùn àṣẹ, gbólóhùn àṣebéèrè, gbólóhùn alálàyé àti gbólóhùn àyísódì, gbólóhùn kání tàbí gbólóhùn ìbá. We'll be looking at each of them, starting with gbólóhùn gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìhun wọn. Under gbólóhùn gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìhun wọn, we have what we call gbólóhùn àbọ̀dé, or we can also refer to it as gbólóhùn ẹlẹ́yọ ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe. Gbólóhùn ẹlẹ́yọ ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe. From the name, its meaning is already implied. Kí ni gbólóhùn ẹlẹ́yọ ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe tàbí gbólóhùn àbọ̀dé? Gbólóhùn ẹlẹ́yọ ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe ni gbólóhùn tí ó ní ẹyọ ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe kan ṣoṣo, that is a sentence that has just one verb. A sentence that has just one verb. Bí àpẹẹrẹ, Adé mu omi. If you look at that sentence, it has just one verb in it, and the verb in it is what? Mu. Bọ́lá ka ìwé lánàá. Bọ́lá read a book yesterday. Gbólóhùn yẹn ní ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe kan ṣoṣo, meaning it has just one verb. Kò fó gbálẹ̀, kò fó gbá ilẹ̀. The only verb in it is gbá. So that is gbólóhùn ẹlẹ́yọ ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe. Ṣèyí lọ sí ọjà Gbági. Ṣèyí went to the Gbági market. So it's an example of gbólóhùn ẹlẹ́yọ ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe because it has just one verb. Then we move to gbólóhùn alákọ̀pọ̀ under ìhun. Gbólóhùn gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìhun wọn. Gbólóhùn alákọ̀pọ̀ from the word kọ̀pọ̀, meaning join together. So gbólóhùn alákọ̀pọ̀ ni gbólóhùn tí a fi ọ̀rọ̀ àsopọ̀, known as conjunction, to join it together. Gbólóhùn tí a fi ọ̀rọ̀ àsopọ̀ láti ṣe kíni sopọ̀. Àpẹẹrẹ ọ̀rọ̀ àsopọ̀, let's look at some of the conjunction we have in Yorùbá: àti, àmọ́, ṣùgbọ́n, yálà, tàbí àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. So let's look at example of gbólóhùn alákọ̀pọ̀. Adé àti Ṣèyí lọ sí ọjà is a good example of gbólóhùn alákọ̀pọ̀. Adé àti Ṣèyí lọ sí ọjà. Ordinarily, we can say Adé lọ sí ọjà, which is gbólóhùn àbọ̀dé. Or we say Ṣèyí lọ sí ọjà, which is also gbólóhùn àbọ̀dé. By the time we join them together using a conjunction, it becomes what? Gbólóhùn alákọ̀pọ̀. Bólú jẹun àmọ́ kò mu omi. Bólú jẹun àmọ́, that is Bólú ate but did not drink water. Tádé pẹ̀lú Kọ́lá ṣẹ̀wọ̀n. Tádé and Kọ́lá annoying them. So it is an example of gbólóhùn alákọ̀pọ̀ because we use conjunction to join it together. The next gbólóhùn we'll be looking at is gbólóhùn ọlọ́pọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe. Gbólóhùn ọlọ́pọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe. Gbólóhùn ọlọ́pọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe is the sentence that has more than one verb. Gbólóhùn tí ó ní ju ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe kan lọ. Nígbà tí gbólóhùn oníbọ̀ is what we call a sentence that we use that contains both the main clause and the subordinate clause. A sentence that contains the main clause and the subordinate clause, it has one independent clause and one dependent clause. Do you understand? So that is referred to as what a complex sentence. Gbólóhùn oníbọ̀. So if I say Adé tí ó ga ló jí mi, Adé tí ó ga ló jí mi, it is the tall Adé that woke me up. The main clause there is tí ó ga. Ordinarily I can say Adé ló jí mi, which Adé actually woke me up. Tí ó ga, tí ó ga. Adé dín àkàrà jẹ. That sentence has more than one verb in it, so it is called what? Gbólóhùn ọlọ́pọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe. Dín àti jẹ. Dín àti jẹ. We move back to sentence according to their function. Under sentence according to their function, what function do we use that sentence to perform? It is that the function that sentence perform determines where we placed it. So bí àpẹẹrẹ gbólóhùn àṣẹ, what do we use gbólóhùn àṣẹ to perform? If I say jókòó, dìde, stand up, sit down, we use it to what? Give an order, if I'm right. Yeah. We use it to give an order. So gbólóhùn àṣẹ ni gbólóhùn tí a fi ń pàṣẹ fún ènìyàn. The sentence that we use to give an order to someone. We use it to order somebody. We use it to command somebody. Bí àpẹẹrẹ jáde, ìwọ ni kí o ṣiṣẹ́ náà. It is you that must do the work. Wá ní kíákíá, come quickly. Jókòó, sit down is an example of gbólóhùn àṣẹ. The next one we'll be looking at is gbólóhùn àṣebéèrè. Gbólóhùn àṣebéèrè. Gbólóhùn àṣebéèrè ni gbólóhùn tí a fi ń ṣe ìbéèrè. It's sentence that is used to ask question, known as interrogative sentence. And at the end of it, there's what we call àmì ìbéèrè. So it is a clue. But the moment you see a question that has a question mark at the end of it, it has àmì ìbéèrè. We call it gbólóhùn àmì ìbéèrè. And what are those words that we use to identify it? Ṣebí, àbí, ńgbọ́, ńkọ́, níbo, báwo, mélòó, ta ni, èwo. Those are some of the words that we use in asking questions. Ilé yín ńkọ́? How is your house? Èwo ni kí a mú? Which of them should we pick? Níbo lò ń lọ? Where are you going? Oúnjẹ náà dà? Where is the food? Níbo lò ń lọ? Where are you going? Ṣé o ti jẹun? Have you eaten? Then we move to gbólóhùn alálàyè. What do we understand by gbólóhùn alálàyè? Gbólóhùn alálàyè ni gbólóhùn tí a ń lò láti sọ bí nǹkan ṣe rí. We use it to explain. We use it to say exactly how things are. Ohun tí a gbọ́ tàbí èrò ọkàn wa, it could be what we heard about or something that is from our thought, something we think about. Òjò ń rọ̀ ní Ọbalẹ́ndé. It's raining in Ọbalẹ́ndé. Wọ́n ti jẹun. They have eaten. A ti rí àwọn ọ̀daràn náà. We've seen the thief, or the thieves have been caught. Oko náà ṣòro fún wa láti rí. It's difficult for us to weed the farm. Gbólóhùn àyísódì is the next one we'll be looking at, which is known as negation sentence. These are gbólóhùn something that did not happen, that did not occur. So gbólóhùn àyísódì, kí ni àwọn atọ́kẹ̀ kì í? Olú kì í wẹ̀ dáadáa. Ṣọlá kò lọ. Ṣọlá did not go. Ṣọlá ò lọ. So I want us to look at some of these questions and attempt them. Ìbéèrè, èwo ni ìdáhùn? Gbólóhùn dash máa ń ní ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe kan ṣoṣo. 2. Èwo ni gbólóhùn àlàyé nínú àwọn gbólóhùn yìí? Ilé ńkọ́? Dákẹ́ ariwo. Bọ́lá jẹ ẹ̀bà yíbò. Kí ló dé? Èwo ni gbólóhùn àṣẹ nínú gbólóhùn yìí? Which of these is an imperative sentence? Adé gba Ìbàdàn lọ. Ìyábọ̀ ń ta àkàrà. Sí ìyá rẹ̀ ńkọ́? Dí lọ. Bu omi wá. Number 4. Èwo ni kì í ṣe atọ́ka gbólóhùn ìbéèrè? Which of this is not an indicator of gbólóhùn ìbéèrè? A. Àṣẹ. B. Nígbà. C. Kí ni? D. Níbo. Number 5. Adé àti Ṣèyí jẹ ẹja dídín. Jẹ́ àpẹẹrẹ gbólóhùn dash. A. Abọ́dé bí alákùnpọ̀. C. Ọlọ́pọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe. D. Àṣẹ. Kọ àpẹẹrẹ méjì lábẹ́ àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ oríṣi gbólóhùn yìí. Number 1, gbólóhùn abọ́dé. Number 2, gbólóhùn alákọ̀ọ́pọ̀. Number 3, gbólóhùn ọlọ́pọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe. Number 4, gbólóhùn àṣẹ. Number 5, gbólóhùn àṣebéèrè. Number 6, gbólóhùn alálàyé. Ẹ jẹ́ kí a fi ìbéèrè wa ká gbìyànjú àwọn iṣẹ́ a sì lè fi ìbéèrè wa náà ránṣẹ́ bí ó bá ṣe ń jẹyọ. Ó dìgbà.